The story of how Bob Lee Jr. became Entrepreneur of the Year is one of hard work with a bit of luck, stamina with relentless humor, and excellence met with dignity. When his dad and mom started Lee Plumbing, Bob was getting close to finishing high school and, like many of us, was trying to figure out what was next in life.
1977, I'm at Bradford High School, finishing up a distinguished athletic career. All my coaches said I should do something different because I just lacked one thing, which was talent. So, wondering what to do, I decided that either I go to school, which I really didn't have the money to do, or I could possibly help my dad out in the business. Not mechanically inclined, really didn't know exactly how I could fill in. And so I asked my dad, what do you think? Is there an opportunity? And he said, absolutely. At that time, it was just himself and another gentleman named Ole Jensen. So the two of them, I came on board the day after I graduated from Mary D. Bradford. My first job, what do I do, Dad? What does a plumber do? He says, here's a shovel. I'm gonna take you down to the basement and start digging this ditch from here to there. And I'm down there in the mud. It was just, terrible conditions. And I'm thinking, is this really what I want to do the rest of my life? And he would say, just stick with it. And in 5 years, get your apprenticeship. In 5 years, save yourself up some money if you want to go back to college or go to college, do it at that time. And after the 5 years, I figured I got some time here now. I might as well stick with it. An opportunity came up for my dad to buy a minor league franchise out of Wisconsin Rapids. Moved it to Kenosha Twins, which became a Class A affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. And he was the general manager as well as an owner. And at that point, he says, you're going to get your college education now. You're on your own, you and your brother Mike. And if you need me, you know where to find me at Simmons Field.
As fate would have it, Bob would meet the future president of Lee Plumbing soon after.
It's kind of ironic. Dave Gallo, who I first met, was working for my dad at the Kenosha Twins. He was a beer hawk sales guy, whatever it was. You were selling cooking, you were selling programs,
souvenirs, whatever needed to be done.
That's right. You were all over the place. That's how I first met you. I was saying, look at that skinny guy over there, and
That's a long time.
it was, and I remember that. And then how ironic it is that all these years later, how instrumental you are in this company.
Growth wasn't guaranteed, and Bob and his team worked hard to get new bids to keep the company growing.
It is very humbling as the start goes. You start out at ground zero. And I remember my dad, what he would always do at that time too, is you just ask for an opportunity. You go to, at that time, Kenosha was heavy industrial. So the places you wanted to work in would have been American Motors, McWhite, American Brass, that type of thing. All of which they're gone these days. And so you would go and you just knock on doors and just ask that engineer if you could just be an opportunity to do some work. We don't need to be the go-to guy. Let us be the second, third, or fourth call. We'll earn our way. We'll work our way up.
Home Depots and all these big box stores are all doing plumbing work and electric work and stuff. You got to compete against them. So we are constantly trying to change things up and do it not only the right way, but the most cost-effective way and what's best for the customer, I guess. That's the way.
Lee Plumbing would eventually become Lee Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. And with diversification came employee growth as well. From only a handful of employees in the late 1980s to nearly 40 full-time employees today.
I've surrounded myself with great people, and very blessed with what my dad started, gave me the opportunity, and we've come a long way.
Yes, we have.
We're not the biggest contractor.
No.
We have no intention to be the biggest, but
No.
just it's quality, integrity. When I hire people, I tell them it's the number one thing is faith. After that, it's family. Then it becomes work. And you just show up every day, work hard, do your best, be safe, and the rest will figure itself out.
While this award may sit nicely on your display at the office, we're sure the words of a proud father mean even more.
We were both so very proud and still are very proud of what has become of our small business starting out in the basement. So now, like we always said, here when I dug the basement and put the foundation in, and Bob here has taken it to the next 3 floors. It's very, very heartwarming, and we're very proud of what he has done with our company, and there's no one could match it in our family, but what he did is really a wonderful thing, and we're very proud of him.
Congratulations, Bob Lee Jr., on your Entrepreneur of the Year award.